this or do whatever?
Nope.
That's what I just did.
Any volunteers for recap purposes?
I got this. I can redeem myself from last week.
Okay, good.
Go for it. Go, Maya.
Okay.
What?
As I recall, one of the first things that happens was that both Riven and Brooke were both going to roundabouts of Zara's house. Riven wanted to go talk with Sam, of course. And Brooke wanted to hang out with the babies and meet them properly and the like. They had a little chat on the way. It was very nice. Riven explained some of her beliefs and her tattoos. Brooke talked about a newfound respect for her Saren Ray. And then they had a little bonding moment. When they entered, Georgie was having a little bit of a tantrum, as I recall. A little bit of a mood. So I think they volunteered, but anyway, they get rounded out into babysitting while Zara goes and tries to find Jam. So Riven went off to talk with Sam, and he was like cooking. They talked about school and how Riven found Vezra. And they had a good bonding moment. And meanwhile, Brooke tried to get Georgie dressed because she was naked. She wanted to go outside naked, as I recall. But you managed to convince her to put on clothes for a meal with the caveat that she got to go outside naked after. Which I still don't understand. That's what you did. Meanwhile, I believe Telesh was in the Greyhound and he had a nice breakfast and a talk with Vanya. Jam was still staking out the Temple of Pelor when Zara found him. But Jam had realized sometime during the night, or maybe in that instant, that Georgie's mechanical bird is kind of not right. It was not a good toy for a child. So they go and talk to Gilmore about it, and they decide they should all three of them go back to the house and check on this bird and Georgie. They found, like, Georgie, first of all, but others in the nude, playing, like, Beast Tribe or something. They were, like, covered in mud and dancing around out in the open. So that was all good fun. But then... Can you stop, Skittles? Please. Knock over my guitar. You do... Okay. Sorry. Let's see. We were working on figuring out what the bird was. So y'all decided to find Saranthia. But you go to her tower and she's not there. Because she was hanging out with me and my dumb sleeping self. So you go back to the hunt and meet up with Maya, Saranthia, Telesh. Maya explains her whole dream. And we learned somewhere along the way that the bird is not a phylactery, but it does house the soul of a necromancer. So we decide to do dinner, and that's good. And then we go to the Temple of Pelor. We have a talk with Kira and Sinley, and one way or another, we convince Sinley to help us commune with Pelor. We get 3 yes or no questions. So we ask if he knew who had controlled or manipulated him into stabbing Ioun. I believe we got an unclear response. And we asked if there was a way to restore Ioun. I believe he said no. And then we asked about Sarenrae, and it was a bit too speculative of a question, but we got kind of a favorable unclear. So then we go round to dinner. Georgie casts sleep at a 3rd level, knocking out Gilmore, as I recall. So we decide to break Georgie's attunement to the bird. And we do, successfully. And Georgie starts freaking out. She starts growing claws and bleeding and crying blood, and it's very terrifying. So Maya used Charm Monster, not because she's a monster, but just to calm her down. And that almost kind of worked. And I think Riven attuned to the bird then, and that took like an hour, and meanwhile Georgie had cried herself to sleep. And Riven learns that the bird houses the soul of Kiernan, which was like an evil necromancer who taught an even more evil necromancer how to be super evil. And maybe he wasn't totally on board with what his apprentice did, but he's still pretty evil, in my opinion. Anyway.
So judgy.
He was, to his credit, holding back Georgie's vampire transformation because she had been right as we were leaving the Shadowfell. And so she's a vampire now. And we tried to figure out what to do about that, but we're just gonna let it be for a little bit, I think. Was the main plan.
I can foresee new Briarwoods taking place.
Tensions
The
were high.
wards take
Things
over the
are confusing. No one knows what to do. And that's about where we left off. Is Jam and Zara were gonna look after their little vampire spawn, and
we got kicked out of their house.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is what happens. So, over the course of the next couple of days, while things settle down for the Ward family, what is everyone else doing?
I want to make money.
Me too.
So I want to get a job.
What
But,
kind
like,
of job?
I don't know, a job that I would enjoy doing as a druid. Is there hunting work? Can I go hunting? Does someone need a dog?
We could go join the Slayer's Take.
Oh yeah, fuck, we could do that too.
Let's see. Here we are. Give me a survival.
$20.
And a dex check.
19.
And a charisma. Persuasion.
Oh. Well, here we go. Oh, 16.
Yeah. You have a fairly successful hunt. There's like a ogre / troll creature that has been bothering some of the outlying farms. With the snow going away, these creatures do tend to come out of their caves. And yeah, you lead a small party through a fairly successful hunt and end up with a reward of 300 gold.
Nice.
Brooke, what you doing?
Brooke also needs money.
How would Brooke earn money?
Well, I mean, her book should be about ready to publish, you know, the first in the series. So maybe poke around bookstores, seeing who might want to stock this book of godly.
Give me performance. Give me intelligence check.
Brooke's not having a good time.
Give me insight. Okay. You approach a few people with your manuscript. It's rough. I mean, you've written a lot, but like the passage of time since you met the party to now, including the time aboard the airship, is about 6 weeks. So you do not find anyone to publish your manuscript. You don't even find an agent. Instead, you're told that you should probably do some editing. And you're making a lot of claims without the necessary documentation to back it up. That might be how things roll where you're from, but that doesn't work here. Some people are not nice about telling you that your book sucks. And you feel like they do have a point in your eagerness to share this amazing story with it's neither chicken nor egg. It's not a scientific written paper because you haven't had the time to like footnote and research and do all the things. Mm-hmm. Nor does it read like a literary piece. So you kind of have to go back to basic, figure out what you're actually writing. And then like you do have the fact of what happened. It's just you swap between this is great because of this and like assuming that the reader knows information that the reader probably doesn't know, and retelling stories, and then on the other hand also like telling this story that seems too fantastic to be true. So you're kind of told to figure out what you're actually writing and then write that.
Pick a genre.
Pick any genre, really, because right now you're writing 7 and they're all kind of shit. You do not get paid. In fact, you spend 50 gold trying to like sending your manuscript off in postage stamps.
Alright. The cleric is broke, everyone.
His
That's all
broke.
process.
Maya,
Fair.
what are you doing?
I mean, everyone's trying to make some of that sweet GP.
Mm-hmm.
I have a way of doing it that might also help the town out a little. Maybe lift some spirits. I think I'd like to do a quick play. Nothing like, no super major production.
Mm-hmm.
Although I have so much illusion magic at this point, I could probably do something decent. Maybe probably have to find a troupe of some amount of actors and pay them, but like just do one of the classics, probably like a princess story, or maybe even the Briarwood arc. Like retell that in a way that's like, yeah, Whitestone can overcome anything.
Sure. Give me a charisma performance.
Okay. So regular performance? Or a
Yeah.
charisma and a performance?
No, just a regular. Wow,
Okay.
that's a really shitty roll for you.
Yeah, it is. It's a 5.
Give me an Arcana.
Okay. Hey, look at that.
And then give me an Insight.
Okay. We're good at some skills and we're not so great at others. Oh my god.
Maya,
Hello.
you put on the show of the.
Yes.
Some of the the snow has just melted. There aren't that many bards around. It's kind of like a. You work with what you have when it comes to other actors in the play. You of course play Lady Briarwood in all her fearsome glory. And finding some young local talent to play the adventures of Vox Machina. Mainly people from Roomsea. Turns out they're really
like a
into it.
pasty elf.
Yeah.
Like-
Actually, it's a dwarf on stilts.
Excellent.
And he is met with much laughter. And you kind of just tap into the feeling of the time. Like, it's been bad, really bad. But you do end up earning a bit of money because I think you promised to donate half of the proceeds to the fund that's like taking care of the families. You end up with 700 gold.
Okay.
After paying your actors and then donating the other half of the proceeds.
Good.
And you also get 3 points of renown. Yes, the Bardic College now know who you are.
For the applause.
Yes, you live for the applause, and there are stories being told far and wide about your play and the amazing special effect.
Excellent.
Tolesh.
I am not like these peasants. I need no gold.
Okay, well,
You don't
Fuck.
spend any gold. Like you're literally have no use for this.
you could
extra
share.
coinage.
Don't you have like 12 grand?
Like, you could share.
I only have 5.2.
Oh, that's right. You did spend some on something.
But with that said, we'll probably spend the time just going by. I know that it's probably not ready yet. Just going by the jeweler to see how goes the ring. for
Yeah,
starters.
by the end of the week, it is pretty much done.
Ooh. Then by the end of the week, I will most definitely take that with me. Pay it,
Mhm.
whatever. How much did it? I probably paid already for it. I did pay.
Yeah.
Outside that, curious question: like, is Whitestone currently, after we kind of lost a lot of their fighting men, are they rebuilding the army?
Yes.
Then I would probably go ask if they needed any help training the recruits.
Mm,
Because why not? If not, then I would go to the Grey Hunt and basically do the same.
yeah. They do need help training the recruits. They have quite a few trainers that's come in from Singorn.
But do they have
But-
the chosen of Korn?
That's the thing. Like most of the people from Singorn are like dex-based fighters, swordsmen. So for like those who handle heavier equipment, they're a bit lacking. Give me insight.
Insight. Wow, something I have a plus in.
Give me a persuasion.
Yes!
Oh my god, it actually.
Jesus
Ladies and gentlemen,
Christ.
we did it. A natural zero.
Yes!
Give me a strength.
God, this
check.
party's so fun, fucking uncharismatic.
Yeah, I think the only charismatic person is Maya, and that's it. Okay, strength check, you said?
Yeah.
So when oh no, Tal'Dorei!
I will use my inspiration for that! I will not allow it. I will not allow it.
Oh God. Okay, thank
Okay.
God.
Yeah. Okay.
I was waiting for the second that one.
I mean, you know what they need. You do not make a lot of friends among your recruits. In fact, you scare the living bejesus.
Fucking Christ.
Training small groups is not something you're unfamiliar with, but mainly your quarries in the past have been gladiators. You're dealing with a bunch of podunk farm kids right now, and they are intimidating. Just in general. In fact, they're scared shitless. There are more than one occasion where one of your students soils themselves on the field of combat after you yell at them.
This is wonderful, because then they learn what fear feels like,
Yeah,
so they
they
can
won't-
cope with it on the field of battle when it actually matters. Hey, I'm a great teacher.
They,
Okay.
yeah, they're scared shitless of you, literally and figuratively. At the end of the week, they thank you for your service and ask you please to never come back again. But you do get paid 200 gold.
Did they at least become a little better? Just a
Yes.
little? Oh,
Yes.
wonderful.
Like, they embrace everything their next instructor tells them because at least it's not you.
At least it's not you. Jesus Christ.
Wow. Rude.
I mean,
Hey, you helped and you got
rolled
paid.
Yeah.
Zero.
I know.
Zero.
I know. It probably like, yeah, I need to encourage this young lad with this training
Fight
exercise.
harder!
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
Hear the
Oh.
lamentations of the straw man's women.
Yeah.
I feel like we see a montage of like Tolesh yelling at 16-year-old boys and them like
Oh.
huddling together and crying, and then one of them, like Tolesh talking to one of them, and you see like this trickle of wet down the inside of his pant leg.
This is them.
Yeah.
Whatever Tal'Dorei.
I am your drill instructor for the week.
No, back into the cave, boys. Safety.
Hide.
I have another thing.
Mm-hmm.
How much would it cost to get Gilmore to legend lore something for me?
How much would it cost to get who to do what?
Gilmore to legend lore something for me.
Gilmore doesn't know legend lore.
Damn
Brooke
it.
will do it for money.
Okay, how much money do you want?
There you go.
Hey, Brooke, how much money do you want to legend lore my staff? Its name is Monsoon. That's all I know.
Okay. Well, I need incense worth at least 250.
Okay, here's 300 gold.
Perfect.
So I went hunting. You did nothing, and I gave you the money I got for hunting.
There you go.
There we go. It's a good trade.
Okay.
Seems legit.
Yeah. That extra 50 is for
So,
doing it for me.
thank you. Yes.
I will hand her my staff and then tell her that its name is Monsoon. And that I got it from the ocean. That's all I know.
Okay. Well, then Brooke is gonna hold the staff, like, palms up, just resting it, and go all glow. Monsoon from the sea.
Technically an ocean, but you know what? That's...
From the ocean.
There we go.
This beautiful staff.
Don't give it an ego, okay? I already have to deal with it.
What's that song from The Hobbit? Cannot be seen, cannot be heard. I mean the 70s animated Hobbit, if you're confused.
Yes, I was like, when did that song come up?
Okay, so somewhere here. I'm just scrolling through many things.
That's fine. When Brooke is focused and glowing, Riven is going to copy down her glowy tattoos into a little book.
Okay. Damn it, did I not write it down? Oh, here it is. No. That's the wrong one. God, I wrote a lot of stupid legend lores.
I mean, you can share all of them with me.
Just pretend that I asked for the lore of the world.
Yikes, legend lore Exandria, that would go real well for your brain.
Holy fuck. No, you would just get, like, the fucking book thrown at you. Then be like, no, I'm not. I'm not rhyming all of this shit. Here you go.
Legend lore Io? I mean,
Yeah? Person, place, or object.
The thing is, I know you've legend lorded in the past, and I'm looking for what you got the last time.
Did I?
Yeah, that's how you know it's called Monsoon.
No, I got Monsoon from the fucking Sphinx.
Is that how?
Because I asked the Sphinx for its name, but I didn't want to know anything else about it.
That's
Well,
why.
that
Mm-hmm.
clearly changed.
Yeah. Clearly, I don't think I'm going to get to go to the ocean anytime soon to go find out about my sword, so I might as find out about it now. Sorry, staff, not sword.
One man's staff is another man's sword. Real mature, Ashley. No one was
nerd.
admonishing me, so I had to.
I wish you would tell me in advance when you would legend lore.
Yeah.
And make your
we
life
can-
easier?
we can continue, and you can send me this at any point in time, because I doubt it's actually going to give me anything necessary that I need.
Anything actionable in this session.
Yeah.
Because Brooke would
Okay.
just say it word for word, whatever.
Yeah. Whatever it is. So it's like, it can come later.
Sure.
When I need to
Legend
leave...
lores it, and she's like, good, you'll have your results in 4 to 6 weeks.
You'll have your results in 4 to 6 or 2. Since
That's fair.
Yeah. So you give all your money.
That's honestly what I was going to use the money for anyways,
Yeah.
so that's fine.
You
Neat.
give all your money to Brooke. A week passes in time. And it is...
Well, pal, long rest.
I mean, we got that, like, 6 days ago.
I know, but I forgot to do it, so now I'm doing it.
Fair.
Okay. And at the end of the week, Jamorn has found some kind of equilibrium in his home life. And you've all earned some dough or spent some. What would you like to do?
I mean, like, we might as well go talk to Saren right now, because we've waited a week. And that was the plan that we had to begin with. So we probably should go back to the Temple of Sarenrae.
I would like to do that.
I would like to do that so that I can touch up on a tree and I can get there freely without the use of arcane magic.
You
Please.
can get there. Treely.
I can get there treely. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So to Vasselheim.
So who's going to Vasselheim?
Ribbon.
Maya. And my axe.
Your ex.
Oh no.
My
Oh.
axe.
I'll go.
Yeah, I'll go as well, because I'm not welcome in Whitestone any longer, I feel.
You're just not welcome in the barracks. You terrified those poor people. Yeah. It's easy enough to woodwalk. And you travel to Vasselheim.
Wonderful. I've now touched every continent of Exandrian.
No, you haven't. You haven't been to Marquette.
Oh, fuck, we haven't been to Marquette. Okay, well, guys, after this, we gotta go to Marquette.
Okay.
Show us on the globe where the bad druid touched.
Everywhere but here.
What time do you leave?
Early in the morning.
So you arrive in the middle of.
In the afternoon, because I forgot that time works differently.
So you arrive early in the morning.
Yes, there we go.
Feeling a bit plant lagged, you guys.
Plan legged. Listen, I told you that you had to run through. I didn't mean like sprint through the tree.
But I wanted to get there quickly.
I know, but then you fall out of the other side of the tree.
Well, I know that now.
Wouldn't it be uncomfortable for the tree if we took longer?
Well, yeah, but like it's just a general like speedy pace, like speed walking. I mean, I discussed with them before I open up the portal, which is why we went through the sun tree. Do you guys know where the temple is?
I think I remember.
Okay, let's go there. You guys didn't leave anything in the tree.
God, I hope not.
No.
No.
Brooke checks her pockets.
Okay, good.
We're good. I got it. Yep.
Okay.
To the temple.
To the temple. And yeah, it's much like the last time you arrived slightly later, so at this point there's more than one person awake, and they're sort of setting up for the first sermon of the day, the morning sermon.
I don't think we should interrupt their service. Shall we just sit through it?
Yeah, it's wonderful. You're gonna love their teachings.
Really?
Hey, listen, you can't talk. Your god's a dick.
Well, he is sort of a dick. He just has a more direct approach to problems, which I don't agree with always.
That's
I
fair.
usually agree with Io.
You do? Well, that's a surprise.
Yeah, always. Actually, looking back.
Sitting through the sermon, we will then.
I'll sit in the back with you if you don't want to sit up front.
Thank you.
No problem. Griffin doesn't know how to sit in a church, so she fucking sits cross-legged with her bare feet up on one of the pews.
Well,
It's not. It's not.
time we were at their service, I think they went outside.
Oh, sweet. Are we going outside?
Yeah,
Probably.
like they met up in the morning or whatever, and then whatever was outside.
Neat.
I told you, she's like really cool.
I mean, that's fair.
And yeah, it progresses much as it did last time. It's another cleric who gives the sermon this time, and it runs very much like any AA, AN, A whatever meeting. Like, they're gathered, the cleric talks a little bit about, challenges and things they have overcome. The crowd chimes in with their own stories. A lot of people seem to know one another. It's very much like circle of trust. And you very much get like a sense of community here. The church is still quite small. Most people know one another. There's no twerking.
Twerk for Saren Ray.
The subject of today's sermon and the matter up for discussion is turning the other cheek. Being kind in the face of cruelty. Giving people second chances. Sometimes third, fourth, and fifth chances. And after about 50 minutes to an hour, the formal part of it, like people start to get up and leave. Some have to go to work. Some mill about a bit and talk. And it's just a general sense of comfort being here. It's very light, very informal.
So, should we ask somebody?
Yeah. We could probably do the same thing we did at Baylor's temple.
Well, I kind of caught a lot of shit for that, so maybe we'll try something different.
No, I meant like asking nicely for them to commune
Oh
with
yeah,
someone.
yeah. We'll
Yeah,
do
that the second one, not the
second,
first one.
Right,
Yeah.
rather than producing a curse dagger with
Yeah.
no explanation.
When the sermon is done, approach the cleric that did the sermon?
Yeah, they're talking to a couple of the other members of the congregation. One of them is a quite young woman, 16, maybe 17, quite obviously pregnant. And they seem to be arranging that a cleric or an acolyte will be present during the birth. It's her first one, so she's worried. The cleric seems understanding and assures the would-be mother that, of course, they'll send someone to be with her in her time of need if what she wishes. It's important for her to feel safe. And with Saren Ray's blessings, they will be by her when her time comes. And the young girl is, seems relieved. There's an older man standing next to her. Maybe husband, maybe father, hard to tell. But he sort of puts a hand on her shoulder and in what seems to be an assuring gesture. And they walk away, and the cleric turns towards you. Yes, can I help you?
Yes, we were wondering if it would be possible for someone to help us commune with Saren Ray.
Well, I would be happy to facilitate if you need to speak to the goddess.
That would be very good. It is for some sensitive reasons. So
Of course. Why don't you come with me and we'll go somewhere a little more private?
All of us? She's just gonna like do the like hand motion for like the whole
We
crew.
all have
Or
burning
you
questions.
all
for-
have... Oh,
We all collectively have
I'm-
the same questions, so
We're a
it should
unit.
only take one ritual.
Yes, I'm afraid I only have one in me, but if... I would recommend... You get only 3 questions. I would recommend that you maybe think about what kind of questions you would like to ask.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's very wise. We'll consider our questions.
When you're ready, I'll be here.
Okay, if you'll
Thank you.
excuse us then.
Thank you. Your sermon was lovely, by the way.
Thank you. It was only my 3rd service here, so
Well,
I hope it went okay.
We couldn't tell at all. You seemed a seasoned cleric.
Well, I've been traveling mostly. I haven't really stayed in the temple for a long time before now. But my path is where Serenray leads me, and currently it is here. I hope you will find your path as well.
I hope
Take
so
your
too.
time. I'll be here.
What's your name? I'm Bro.
I'm Vila. Like that.
Pleasure to meet you, Vila.
You as well. And she appears to be a dwarven woman. Maybe in her early 200s. Like early Middle Ages for a dwarf.
Okay.
Good contact to have.
Alright, so we all get into a little powwow, and what are our questions?
We should probably... Well, this is the first time we've ever really interacted with this god. And the other one's kind of like, we know a little bit more about... Not so much as Serenray. She's an enigma of a very kind god.
I saw her. She was a very vibrant and proactive person. At least in Ioun's memories. Suppose things can change. Especially when 2 of your friends disappear.
It's also slightly more challenging than how we asked Pellors his questions, because I feel like Serenray's questions are more open-ended.
Mm-hmm.
True.
You know what would be easier? Not that I know that it happens very often, but this is a bit of a more dire circumstance, so maybe asking it wouldn't be foolish, but it is a yes or no question. Maybe we could ask Serenray if she would speak to us directly?
I mean, I think that should definitely be on the table if we can't find...
Yeah, like, it's like the last of the last, like what we did with Paylor, which was like, hey, you don't know anything, okay, but does she know something? Maybe that's an option.
Do you know who killed... is a pretty good question. Do you know who killed Ioun? Or Io, rather?
This is true.
Either one, really.
Well, I mean, Pelor did, right?
Yeah, we know that Pelor killed Ioun.
Ioun.
We don't know
Yes,
who
but
killed
Who
Io.
was the hand that guided that blade? Really?
But then that's another question that we can't really ask because...
Okay, so, well, what about, do you know why Pelor killed Ioun?
But that... Okay, yeah, she would...
She may well
Okay.
say yes, but yeah, we
Yeah.
won't get the
But then
reason.
that's when we end with the other question about her seeing if she'll speak to us.
Well, we can also ask, will you help us find... Like, I mean, if it's a no, then it's a no. If it's a yes, then we can expect a sign.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not unreasonable.
I think that's a fine idea.
Mm-hmm. Saturday is kind of our last hope to really cement a plan going forward, so...
Our other option is to find that river.
And maybe she helps us do that, and that leads us...
to more answers.
Ideally, yes.
So, the 3 questions we're asking is... Do you know who killed Io?
Yeah.
We could. Although I feel like if we ask if she knows why Pelor killed Ioun...
That we could start with that.
Do you know why?
Do you... Pelor killed Ioun.
And the fact that she isn't dead won't interfere with that question, right?
Well, we know she was killed. Just that she
Came back.
came back.
better.
Yeah.
Pelor turned me into a newt.
Do you know...
Muffin
God damn it, Ash.
Man. Sorry.
Put your serious face on.
Okay. Wasn't our next question going to be, are we willing to help us?
Are you
find
willing
this?
to help us?
Full stop. Are you willing?
Are you
Find
willing to help us
this betrayer?
restore Ioun?
Ooh.
Because we know they were close. Bringing Ioun into this might help us out a bit.
What about can you? Like, there's a difference between being
Can-
willing and being able.
Willing and can. Okay. Can you help us restore Ioun? And then what? Like, if we get a yes from that, the next question would be like, will you speak to us directly?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Those 3 questions then?
What if we're just getting no? Does that change our third question?
What about the third question has something to do with, like, are we able to find the river where...
How about have we been?
Oh. Have we been
Interesting.
near the river
Been near
where
some
the
pretty
giant
interesting rivers.
died?
I don't know about questions of scale when you're talking to gods.
Okay. Do we know the river then?
All right.
Okay. So yeah, those 3 questions and then the possible replacement third.
Sure. Also, have your fucking...
Nice, thank you. See, that's a new name that I can learn about now.
Mm-hmm.
No, Google, I didn't want to search it. I wanted to copy it. Thank you. Ah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank God you take so long discussing what questions to ask, so I can look at the rhyming
You
dictionary.
can always count on us.
Yes, to take
our-
long.
So you go and find the cleric again?
Yes.
Yeah, Vila is standing, talking to what appears to be a lower level acolyte, like just discussing random clerical business as she sees you approach, and she politely excuses herself and walks towards you. So, have you come to an agreement?
Yes. We have. I have to ask a favor of you, though, before this. The things that we're asking are very sensitive and cannot leave the room. We can trust you not to share what you hear.
Of course, I am just a conduit for your contact with the divine.
Good.
If she wanted me to know, she would tell me to act on it.
Wonderful.
So, she's going to lead you somewhat around the building to a smaller patch of garden. This appears to be like a herb garden.
Mhm.
Lots of medicinal plants growing around. Are familiar with that sort of thing? And she starts, she gestures for you to sit down, and there are like tree stump. Like this land is pretty freshly cleared, like within the last 100 and some years. There are some tree stumps that appears to have been used as seeding. You're not the first people to be taken here. And she sits down on a small patch of dirt and gravel between the plants, cross-legged, closes her eyes. And it's a fairly, pretty cloudy day, but there are streaks of sunlight just starting to penetrate as it's starting to heat up and the clouds are starting to evaporate. It's not long after dawn, so the temperature is just starting to. Ask your questions then.
I was asking.
Well, I
Do
will
you-
get the last one.
Know why Pelor killed Ioun?
No.
Can you help us restore Ioun?
Yes.
Do we want to change this third question?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
no.
just
No, 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 no.
No, damn it.
Seven Ray, you troll.
Okay.
You just watch like
Okay.
5 hands go over Jam's mouth
Out of
as he says it out loud.
Out of character, should we ask if we should bring her here?
Could work.
Or something about the river. I'm not sure.
I mean, this isn't a one-time thing either. This is just
Yeah,
the
we
one
can just
per
come back,
day. We
yeah.
can ask
Yeah.
again. So
Yeah.
I guess maybe we can just ask to speak directly and then save that time of coming back and forth day after day after day.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
I know the answer though, so it just feels like
Yeah.
why ask it?
Well, then ask her if we should bring Ioun here.
Okay, should we bring Ioun here?
No.
Well,
Well, she'll help us.
yeah. Well,
You can.
Well,
we asked her if
actually,
she
You can.
could.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She may not.
Yeah.
She may not be willing.
Well, she said she could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She said she could.
Vila, how long? I'm assuming she's out now.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
How-
like quite wide-eyed, staring at you.
Oh.
She
Hey.
is aware of what was said.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like the whole "why did Pelor kill Ioun?"
Yeah, yeah,
kind of fucked with her. Like,
I understand that this is a lot of information that suddenly got thrust upon you. And honestly, I'm you did a really good job. And we appreciate you for what you did. But remember, what you heard here today can't leave this small area. Promise? Okay, wonderful. Now, I need you to
And
get a hold of
didn't
yourself because I have another
mean
question
to-
for you. How long have you been faithful to Saren Ray?
I don't understand. I mean, I've always.
Wonderful. So you've studied, then, on her as a deity? Like, learned of stories and such things?
I've read the book, yes. My father was a cleric before me.
Have you ever heard of a river that's very important to Saren Ray? One that leads into a waterfall.
I mean, there are mentions of multiple rivers. Her place, Nirvana, is full of them.
There's like a fountain water thing, right? In
Mhm.
the temple.
Yes.
Where does the water come? Where do you where do you get the water that is in the temple? Do you know where it comes from?
From an underwater spring? Or underground spring?
Is there a way to get to it underground?
I mean, not that I'm aware of.
All right. Thank you for your help again. And I understand how heavy this information you now know is. Are you going to be all right?
I suppose, given time.
That's good.
Just remember, it's the same world you were living in. You just know a little more about it.
Like looking behind a curtain.
Feel that?
Yes.
Everything will be okay.
I don't know why, for some reason, I just thought you were about to pull out, like, fucking modify memory on this poor child.
No.
Shh, everything will be okay. Forget all you know.
No. No, Brooke.
If you're looking for her guidance, follow the doves.
The doves. All right.
She favors them.
Thank you.
Good luck.
You as well.
Let's go bird watching.
Anyone else remember the vision?
Oh yeah, it has the dove. They got shot and then healed in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The doves are, in fact, Sarenrai's favored animals.
Bird. Mm-hmm.
Burb.
Her favorite bird. Should like Sarenrae and the Raven Queen just talk about their favorite pets all the time whenever they chill?
Probably.
Hey, nice bird. Oh, hey, nice bird. And then they just sit and have tea.
I ship that friendship so hard.
I fucking do too. I've seen fan art of it.
There are multiple depictions of Sarenrae. Not just the standard depiction that you've seen, but depictions of her as a human and Give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, that wasn't a good roll.
Same.
Oh. Jam, use your jam eyes. See better than us.
Activate jam eyes.
Not today.
Are you sure you don't want me to perceive or investigate, Rat? You can investigate all kinds of things.
Shalesh, do a wisdom. Be better than a 21. You can do it. I believe in you.
I can't.
You can. I believe in you. Oh, see? All you need is a little bit of fucking belief and faith in yourself there, bud.
Just don't believe in yourself, because that's what you actually did, and that's how you...
Exactly.
See, I'll believe for you.
I think one thing that catches your eye is this particular depiction of her.
Oh, fuck, I looked at the eels. I got real confused.
She's an eel.
Oh, hey. She
she
looks
a-
a little more like...
She looks like a fire genasi.
Huh?
She
Do
a
we
fucking...
have to go back home?
Well, I mean, genasi are everywhere. Djinns get around. They don't accumulate in one area.
No.
That we know of, that is true. But do we have to go home? That is a very firm question. Have we seen doves?
Not right now, no.
Brooke, being from the Shattered Teeth.
No, she doesn't seem dark enough. Sounds racist, but yeah.
Okay.
She does look vaguely like her dress seems vaguely familiar to some of you. Tolesh in particular.
Oh, we going to Marquette?
There is something Marquetian about the way that she is dressed, yes.
Going to the desert.
And she's one of the gods that has made no attempts to hide the fact that she was born.
Going to
Okay,
the
so
desert.
here's the question.
Mm-hmm.
With the picture standing out more to us, is it like the light is shining more specifically on this? Or is it just kind of like, yeah.
It's the one that is, like, the one that is abnormal of the others. Not abnormal, but, like, it's
It's the one that she's the most human in. A lot of them are much more stylized, but there are multiple things that reference Marquette in this image. Her use of a scimitar as a weapon, among others, but also her dress.
Okay. How do we go?
Did you see the desert in the dream? Ioun's dream at all? Like sand?
I don't think so.
I believe what she specifically saw was an oasis.
Going to the fucking desert.
You're so hyped about that.
I'm so fucking hyped about the desert. You have no idea.
Says the water genasi.
I will have to make a stop before we go so that I'm prepared. But yes, I will be. I'm ready. I lived on an island. I'm full of hot sand.
Well
Okay.
then.
Well, we can't easily teleport ourselves there.
No. Oh no, she probably wouldn't do that for us.
She probably would.
Would she?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Especially since we have goddamn Io, and Io has
Yeah.
connections in Marquette and will want to go with.
that's true. Okay.
True.
Well, team, are we ready to return home?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
someone will have to teleport us there because I already used my 6th level spell to get us here.
We all look
Xeranthia's
fire.
tower. Join hands, everyone.
And you find yourselves back again in Whitestone.
Good teamwork, everyone.
Yeah, that could have gone a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't break another temple.
I forgot what you did to Georgie's icon.
Oh.
Oh, fuck, I never got to see it. Oh, yeah, there she is.
Jesus Christ.
It's very fitting.
Thank you. I take pride in my art.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh my god, I love peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, Vila was a redheaded lady. Nice, nice.
Oh
That's
my god,
nice.
Sarenrae art? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I like that Sarenrae art.
Thank you.
She 100% a fucking fire genasi. This is gonna be exciting. My kin.
It's gonna
Not
get
fully my kin, but
steamy.
kin.
We're bringing
Ooh. We're
two
bringing 2 water genasis
that was
to
a
a fire genasi. I like that. Good joke. So I mean, who are we asking to take us?
It's evening at this point. Like, you spent a little bit of time there, like just walking through from the big tree to the temple, and then doing shit at the temple, and then walking back. And you left here in the afternoon, so it's evening by the time.
Oh. Okay. Well, if we're going to have a sleep and then continue tomorrow, that would probably be the best. I'd assume.
Okay.
So, if you have anyone here you would like to talk to or confer with, that is something you can do.
I do have something I would like to do now, but, like, I'm assuming we're asking Io to take us? Or are we asking...
No, Kana.
No, we're asking... Yeah, Kana to take us. Okay.
I mean, unless Io can, but I don't have the impression
I don't
that
think she's
capable yet.
powerful enough yet. So, Kana's our best bet. Do you want to ask? Because you're closer with her.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Cool. Hey, Maya,
Hmm.
can I borrow your library stone to go into the library?
Yeah,
Thanks.
I could.
Can I come with? I might be able to help you.
Oh,
I could
okay.
talk to Saranthia if she'd be willing to make you 2 crystals.
Oh, that's really nice, actually. Thank you.
Yeah.
But-
It's good. As many of us as possible should have them.
Mm-hmm. Well, if we're going to... One of us is going to ask Kana, me and Brooke are going to go to the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go quickly ask if we can get transportation to Marquette. Explain that she doesn't need to stay with us, but it would be, well, how many people can she take, though? Not
Are
that
we
many.
So sure that she can. Yeah.
Even if she can, I mean, Saranthian might be the better bet anyway. I don't know if Saranthian knows Marquette either. I would imagine that Kana does,
I
though.
tell Saranthia that we plan on going to Marquette.
Mm-hmm.
And about the library crystals, if she finds herself bored with nothing to do, you know.
Who do we start with? Jamorn,
Okay.
what you doing?
Well, you know, actually, I think I have a better plan than talking to Kana, now that I think about it. Because the issue with teleporting is like numbers. If Io wants to bring all of her people with, and we want to bring our people with, that's like multiple spells back and forth and pretty taxing.
Well, if Kana knows about a circle in Marquette, you can bring a lot of people through a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's true. You could do that, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'll ask that then. I'll ask her if she knows of a circle in Marquette that we could use.
No.
To transport a large party, and the answer is a no. She doesn't know.
There are circles in Mark, but they are tightly guarded secret. And it's generally people who know them generally don't share them. And even if you do know them and you're allowed to use it, you're not allowed to bring a large group of people.
That's fair.
She does have access to a circle in Uncrell. She can take herself there, but she can't bring anyone with her.
Okay. That's fine. Plan B is getting transport via plants. Because Godmom has been there before. And knows plants, and as long as the caster has seen or touched the destination plant, we can move through it, right?
So you're going to do ascending to Kiki?
Yeah. We might need a couple. It would take more than 6 seconds to get all of us through, but that seems like the most efficient way to move that many of us.
I mean, I got us all through.
Yeah, but we weren't taking Io and 20 divas.
Oh, yeah, we're bringing... Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I forgot about the angels.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's a lot.
What do you ask specifically?
If she can get... Is it 21 plus 5, 6... Almost 30 people to Marquette?
You have sending, right?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not a magical person. I would have to get I'd have to get somebody to cast it for me.
Okay. So who are you getting to cast?
I forget who among us has sending, and I think it's only Brooke.
I do.
You do.
Have it,
You do
right?
also.
Yep.
Okay, you did still have it. Okay. Yeah, then I guess Maya would be the one I would ask. Because she's met Keyleth also, so she knows.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Keyleth, would you be able and willing to help almost 30 of us?
I mean, there are
Get to
60
Marquette.
divas. Divas alone, 60. Yeah, there's 30 pairs.
All 60
Oh, it's 30
divas?
pairs, right? Yeah.
We're not
That's
invading
why you needed an
Marquette.
airship.
No,
Yeah,
can we
yeah.
just not bring... Why are we bring... Okay, first of all, why are we bringing Io and the Divas?
Well, Io probably wants to. I guess none of us have actually asked her.
Yeah, we haven't talked to her yet.
It
Because if we
concerns-
can just not bring her right now, this would make the situation a lot easier. Because, like, once I know and once Maya knows Marquette a little bit more, we can get in just fine. Maybe,
Sure.
like, we do a scout mission before we bring the army?
What do you mean we can get in just none of us are still able... Well, actually, I guess I don't know. How many times can you transport via plants?
You can do it once.
Yeah, that's not enough to get... I mean...
It's once a long rest, but, like, once we know why we're bringing them there, then we can do it. But, like, why are we bringing them all now?
Okay.
It's just a lot. Also, I feel like Marquette will be like, what the fuck? Why are there just 60 angels all of a sudden in our country?
And I mean, Marquette is a continent, a huge continent, bigger than Tal'Dorei, and you're
Yeah.
looking for a specific oasis in, you know, a haystack of oasis.
Yeah.
So, what is your plan of action? I guess is what I'm. Are you going to be like, "Hey, Keyleth, can you take us to this massive continent and just drop us off in a random place?"
Well, why don't... Okay. Why
'Cause,
don't
like,
we
you
do some
don't
research?
know where you're going.
Yes. Why don't we do some research? Let's take the nerd approach to this adventure. And learn about this country and specifically try and, like, narrow down where we would need to look.
Okay. Well, why don't we start with asking Io and maybe Kana as well, given that they know Marquette much better
Sure.
than we do.
If you want to. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, let's do that tomorrow then.
Okay.
We'll meet up at the Grey Hunt.
In the morning and have a conversation.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So then this evening, Riven and Brooke are researching something different. Or at least Riven is. And Brooke
Okay,
is helping.
what are we doing?
I would like to know more about where Talos died. And also if I can find anything about a person named Kalbari.
Sure, roll me an investigation.
Okay, I guidance myself. Fuck. Four. Fuck. Well, I don't find much.
Don't you have advantage in the library, or am I? Or am I crazy?
I don't know.
Talos is a chaotic evil deity of storms and destruction.
Oh! Okay.
A lot of his powers involve thunder, lightning, storms,
Okay.
That's
Okay.
pretty much what you get on Talos. Like, he's a dead god that's been
Yeah.
dead before humans were a thing. So, like, you mainly find mention of him in Dwarven and Elven.
Okay. But nothing like mentioning where he died or how?
No.
Okay. So far adding up, Monsoon, what the fuck? Why do you have chaotic energy?
Why are you the way that you are?
Why are you the way that you are, Monsoon?
Mm-hmm.
And nothing on Zimmaker? Kalbari?
Mm,
God, you know what my dumbass needs is a fucking headband of intellect, so I'm not so shit.
you find very few mentions of the name. Most of it tends to relate to Marids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, to what?
Marids.
Marids.
I mean, you would know what a Marid is.
It's a Marid. Rue doesn't know. Is it a mermaid?
No. A Marid is water elemental.
Ah, okay.
In the same way that the Jinn is fire elemental.
Oh, so like from the source, basically. Damn, okay. All right. Well, we learned some things.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
It's okay, we found stuff out in the library and I learned that I'm not good at research.
Oh. I'm sorry I didn't know.
That's okay, you were there.
They speak Aquan.
Oh, nice. I speak Aquan.
I know.
Hey, I do too.
Samesies.
Oh my god, we have a secret language.
I mean, yeah, we can talk shit to people that don't 100% understand our language.
Hey.
Waterfall sounds. Splish splash.
Bubbles. Just so many
Splish splash. I was thinking. Okay. All right. So you guys do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to try casting Disguise Self on myself to look more Marquesian.
Can you cast Disguise Self?
I had to forget another spell and relearn it, but yes, I can. When I leveled up, it was a couple weeks ago, and I've been meaning to cast it, and I haven't. See? gave up Dissonant Whispers. It was a hard call.
There is a loud clattering.
Okay.
As your mask falls to the ground.
Oh my goodness.
You learn how to take it off without fucking up your brain.
And I mean, it only took you like 10 levels. In a year.
Well, so what happened was
What
I got
happened?
this really cool mask that allowed me to disguise myself. So I'm like, well, this spell's just redundant now. Proceeded to unlearn it next level.
Yes, you do look like a Marquesian person.
Good. We did it, Reddit. Right. But I will pick up the mask and put it in my pocket. I don't know.
Okay. Put it in your clothes.
Yeah. Keep it secret, keep it safe. I'm sure I'll still use it, but it's good to know how to take it off without a wisdom save or charisma save or whatever it was.
Wise choice.
I'm still attuned to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Yeah,
not
you're
on my
you're
face.
just not wearing it on your face.
God bless. How do I look? I'm gonna actually. It's concentration, right? Disguise self.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
No.
not. Which is good, but I don't know if I can just drop it then without a dispel.
No, it just lasts for an hour. You look like an
Okay,
person
after
of-
an hour, I'd like to look in a mirror.
yeah, you look slightly different than you remember. Like, there's a new scar or two.
Really?
And yeah, like you've been punched in the face a couple of times since
Couple
that.
times.
Like nothing that's like super visible to anyone else, but like this is your face, you've been staring at it. Like
Right.
in the mask, you looked exactly as
I would remember myself to look.
yes.
Right?
But now there's like, you know, a small. You have aged. Like there are a couple of freckles that weren't there before. Couple of scars that weren't there before.
What about vis-a-vis this class feature? Namely the persons.
What do you mean?
It makes me look more lovely and fierce.
Well, are you doing it while you're looking in the mirror?
It permanently gains that. And then I get even more crazy beautiful, I guess, when I actually use the feature. But it's kind of like a permanent change to your look to make you look like a, I don't know, movie star.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think it's not really something you notice. Like,
Okay.
because like you got this feature while you were wearing the mask, so you kind of like got used to that aspect of it, because that would have shown through the mask.
That
'cause
would
it's
have
more
shown
like
through.
a magical concept, constant of you being
Right.
you.
Okay.
And it's also your appearance, not necessarily your face. It's like
Right.
your hair has a
Yeah.
glow, the way you move is more graceful.
Okay.
But yeah, like there's maybe a hint of like crow's feet at your eye Like, not really because you're aging as such, but it's like you're using your face and you're laughing and you're having
Right.
a good time.
Okay.
Not really like growing old wrinkles, but like actually not having Botox wrinkles.
Sure.
Polish, Brooke, Jamorn, you guys up to anything?
I don't legitimately think I have a ton to do in town that night other than, like, be home and, you know, try to, I don't know, like, make things normal. Let Sarah know where I'm going.
Okay, yeah. She's a little bit jealous. She's like, "Oh, you promised me fucking beaches, you asshole."
Yeah.
But she does wish you luck as you head off to unknown shores. How are you planning to get there? She asked.
Well, I mean, those are sort of details that we are gonna work out tomorrow. We thought possibly through a plant or...
Yes, I hear Marquette is famous for its lavish trees. Oh, wait.
Oh, well, okay. I mean, there are some. Palms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, you're probably right. Shouldn't be a problem. Best of luck.
Thanks.
Yeah, she's totally jealous about the
Yeah.
whole.
Good news is it'll be easier to get back after I go once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we can definitely go back.
That is helpful. Tolesh, what are you doing?
I've been thinking. Mine does not wish to work proper. mm, From an OC perspective to the group, what is it that we really want an answer to regarding when we're going to Marquette that we might think God could be helpful with?
Restoring Ioun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well, but asking a god about a thing.
Oh, like asking your god about stuff in Marquette?
Yeah, because I've been racking my brain. Because I know
The
that's
big-
why we're going to Marquette, but
Like, yeah, the reason we're going to Marquette is we're going to try and find a fucking oasis
Yep.
with a waterfall.
Yep.
That's our knowledge of what we're looking for.
Well, it's
We
not
don't
just
know
any
where.
oasis with a waterfall. It's sort of like a really historically significant
It's the
specific
Saren, right?
oasis.
But it's obviously
The
hidden
cave behind it.
because, yeah, I was just gonna say it's obviously well hidden because
Right.
no one's simply just walked through a fucking waterfall to find a cave. Which means it's definitely not one that people go to often.
Yes.
But again, that doesn't narrow it down considering this continent with tons of them.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Go-
See if Cord Boy knows
Exactly,
of.
my good old boy Cord.
Yeah, you of all of us have actually spoken to a deity.
Yeah,
With
but
words.
last time I spoke to that deity, I kind of gave him the. You better choose a side now. Deal.
Okay,
But
Maybe
I am
apologize.
yeah,
thinking
maybe apologize.
that is exact. I mean, that was my thought because I just want to make sure that that is probably the most pressing matter to find that bloody well damn oasis.
Yes, because we want to fix
You're not
Ioun.
wrong.
So listen, you and Cord need to have a heart to heart. Maybe he knows some things.
Since I can't go out and just crack skulls of every civilian I see, which would obviously make it easier to contact Cord, I'll simply choose to go to the Grey Hunt and.
Are you gonna go and have a fight?
I don't know.
Are you gonna go fight someone? There's taverns for that.
No, your
There's
comment.
taverns.
No. Your comment made me laugh way more than it should. I'm terribly sorry. No, I will not go and attack anyone anywhere. That would be terrible. After I just made the new recruits piss their pants, would make the entire Whitestone piss their pants. It's not good. No, just go and hit, like, destroy a few of their dummies. In the best possible of ways.
Okay.
Before having us sit down and then with axe across lap, just holding on to it, out in the training field.
Mhm.
And then try to establish some sort of contact to Cord.
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me an
An intellect.
athletics.
Athletics. Okay, I was like, what?
Yeah.
You gotta be smart enough to hit
You're
the dummy
working
first.
at like you're making an effort to like get yourself in that.
Yeah. And just because I want to get the real effort, I want to rage. Yeah, rage.
Mhm.
Wonderful. I am costing the Greyhound so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like legit.
Yeah, I think you spend like a decent amount of time out there, basically just mowing down these training dummies. And there's like the occasional person who's like, oh, maybe he'd like to spar. And then they walk out and see you like, ah! And they're like, you know what? Maybe another time.
Maybe a time when he doesn't like destroy everything in his path.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the rage is boiling in your ears and that red mist is lowering in front of your eyes, and you sort of sense that feeling of like, yes, good, more.
I get that feeling. Wonderful.
Bloodless. These dummies are just a poor stand-in for what you really do.
I'm sorry, I just... Who made that picture?
Which one are you laughing at?
That's Kristen.
Oh.
What? I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, it's literally been that way since last session.
I haven't seen it before.
Why? Why are you just laughing at that now?
I even pointed it out.
We pointed it out already.
I'm sorry.
Oh god.
Jesus
broke
Christ,
Roan.
Roan. So wait. Because these aren't actual humans or creatures of some sort, Court's like, nah, boy, I ain't talking to you. This ain't what I want.
Was it your own rage that demands more satisfaction?
Mm-hmm. Actual bloodshed. Actual battle. That's what gets Cord's juices flowing. Kill someone. Maybe I'll talk.
I can reincarnate people.
Yeah,
I'm just
but
putting that out there now.
Well, it doesn't have to be murder, but it has to be more than just training.
So it has to be like a legitimate fight.
Yes. It has to be an actual fight.
Go see if someone from the Grey Hut will spar with you.
I was just gonna say, if that's the case, like, Riven will help. I don't stand a fucking chance in taking you out, but I'll help.
okay, so I've now laughed. Thank you. That was really good and healthy for me. Don't
Stop looking at it. Just ignore it.
You know what? Fuck it.
God damn it. God. See what you've done. We went to the map layer now.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
I mean, I was just gonna say, if Telesh isn't getting his answers, would he approach someone about it?
all right.
About wanting to talk to Cord?
First off, because you're all reading,
Mm-hmm.
the most logical thinking is not applicable when you're in that very bloodlusty mood.
Mm-hmm.
So, the front door to the Grey Hunt goes open.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I suppose at this hour, people are gathered?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just standing in the doorway and just looking across everyone there is just, I need someone to spar with right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
God.
There is a long pause of like people going, not it. And
Nose goes.
That's when to touch
and after a while, Kana stands up and she's like, I'll spar with you.
Oh, fuck. You're
Holy
gonna get
shit.
fucked. You're gonna get
I'm
fucked.
gonna get fucking destroyed, but this is fine.
Don't crit. Use a different weapon.
Oh
No.
no, don't use the
I
weapon.
don't know about the weapon! I'm not gonna use anything else but my big badass axe. What?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Please, for the love of God, I don't want to crit.
Oh no.
Don't rage then.
Oh no.
This is fine.
Yet again, one of those points where the player knows better than the character.
Oh no.
Well, with her accepting just a quick solemn nod and just whoop, 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 goes out to the training area again to wait for her.
I thought you were gonna charge her right there because you're
Oh,
raging.
Like just like with one free hand just flip tables to the side with
Yeah.
people sitting at them
Just a flying front somersault and just try to cleave her in two.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
that would actually be more.
Just
That would be
nightjar slasher.
Oh, I would. I know I will not do that. Kind of want to do it, but I will not do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
One of two things are going to happen in this fight. Neither of which are good.
Well, me getting my ass kicked is fine.
Okay, that's true. Okay, one of two things can happen in this fight. One of them is good. One of them is terrible.
No, I could also kick her ass without draining her soul. That's perfectly fine.
I thought it was like an
Hopefully.
execute. Like if you crit first attack, I doubt it would steal or
Oh
something.
no, they need to have under 100 hit points. Or
Oh,
fail a
yeah.
saving throw.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
So which is why I'm good.
Okay, only one thing can happen, and it's you getting your ass kicked.
But yeah, exactly. It's
Well,
gonna be
never
good.
say never.
It's true. Kana could roll like shit. We don't know.
Sure. Yep, go to this map.
Oh, it's been a while.
It has been a while.
Fuck, what map is this?
Oh, it has been a really long time since I've been on this
It
map.
has been a really long time. Do I have Ken on this map? Yeah, I do.
The table's still X'd out.
Oh, is that the one we destroyed?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
You destroyed
Aw.
a table.
Yeah,
Look upon our works, ye mighty, in despair.
I miss Danger Squad.
Why don't you roll for initiative? Alice?
Have we seen Kana fight yet?
I mean,
No.
yeah.
Right?
That very first encounter when she saved your ass in the forest.
With the werewolf?
Yeah.
But she didn't
Ah,
save our ass in the forest.
She
Mhm.
did fight in that.
Oh, did she? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't there for
Don't remember, it's too far ago.
that. All right.
It is pretty late. I need to...
What's wrong with your initiative?
Why did your initiative disappear?
Plus 0.02?
Yeah, it's just set up with the tiebreaker. Did you delete your initiative?
Did Roan die?
Oh,
Let's see.
oh, I forget that I forgot that I moved myself. I don't know why it disappeared. I don't even know how to remove my own initiative. So hey,
Yeah. Let's see.
Riven and Brooke set up lawn chairs, hand out
Yeah.
popcorn.
Maya, we're all just like,
Yeah.
Wonderful.
We just came for dinner, but this is a show.
Yeah, I mean, Kana goes first. She is going to roll. It's dark outside. Do you have dark vision, Talash?
nope,
So you have disadvantage.
yep.
Oh, you fool.
She's going to roll a stealth check to begin with.
Uh-oh.
Actually, I'm just gonna make this roll. I'm just gonna make her roll.
Yes.
She did roll a 32 on her stealth.
Jesus fucking Christ. You are about to get your shit just fucked up.
And then she's going to attack you. And she's not going to use her bestest weapon. That wouldn't be any fun. But she
She's gonna
is
use this
going
very-
to just use her normal rapier. And that's a crit.
Oh my god, you're so hecked.
How the what?
She's a rogue, sweetie.
Oh
Oh, so
no.
that's a sneak attack damage roll into it. Okay, I thought it was like a special rapier that did that damage as well. I was like, what?
No, it's just silvered. Fine.
Just
Okay, good,
90
wonderful. That actually
damage.
that makes me.
Fuck,
makes me
she
so much
rolled
better.
So wait,
max
is she a
damage.
swashbuckler too?
Why would she be a swash?
Because
Nah.
she's getting sneak attack with.
She was
She's
concealed.
stealthed into the dark.
Yeah.
It's dark. It's nighttime.
Telesh didn't know where she
Yep.
was, so she had
Telesh can't
advantage.
see.
So
What?
90 damage to you, Talash.
Already added. Or detracted.
And then she's going to move away, and you can take an attack with
Disadvantage.
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 Yeah.
That is very correct. So,
Sometimes you should wish that you were a red dragonborn so that you could breathe fire and see just a tiny, tiny bit.
Yeah, light some of the grass on fire, get some dim light.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a natural 20 as well.
Yeah, no, that actually does hit, and she is going to take 6
That's hilarious.
damage.
Doesn't say got a crit. We'll never know.
Actually, one of those, I think, is only on a. Can I use Cold Thunder on? Because that's a special one. I don't think I can use Cold Fury. Now that I
Okay.
think of it.
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. And I don't know what the fuck happened to my HP now. Would you stop messing with me, game? Thank you.
And that is the end of her turn.
Right. Oh, look, I will use the one thing that I haven't used the entire campaign yet. And I will say daylight.
Okay.
Drift globe.
Yes, the drift globe will just light up.
Drift
Mhm.
globe.
And I would like to rage.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. She hit me good.
She did
This
hit
is
you
a-
good.
Yeah. Great weapon master. Reckless.
Okay.
I generally take that hits.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, wonderful. And once more for the sake of it.
Oof. How close was that one?
18.
Pretty fucking close. Getting real close.
Already burned your crit on the disadvantage attack.
I know. I'm so.
You say that now, but then if you did, and it turns out Kana has less than 100 HP,
And I steal her soul. Oh,
you steal her soul, and she's the most important person in the place that we're just going to now. Just hear Kristen rip a note in the background.
Just like when Matt just ripped up the script, like,
Yep.
fuck this shit.
Well, we don't need
Potion.
this anymore.
Yeah.
This is unimportant.
Continue.
Let's see.
Jesus. That 90 damage, though.
Oh, come on, roll 20. I have to re-roll. Like my screen wiped it out,
Oh, okay.
so I couldn't see anything, which is problematic.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Open Kana's character sheet again.
She turns into an ancient dragon. Okay.
No,
I hope not.
not today.
Not today. Good. Thank you.
Scroll. Yeah, okay. She is going to actually, let me just check. That doesn't hit. Doesn't hit. Actually, none of them hit. And you don't get advantage on Reckless, and you don't get advantage on Rage. Nothing can have advantage against her. She's a high-level rogue. She has elusive. Unless she's incapacitated, you don't get it.
Bliss.
Woo!
So you rolled 2 5s. You did nothing.
Yeah, you did nothing.
Very much.
But she does have advantage.
Oh yeah, that's
so
fine.
she's just gonna punch you in the face.
Knock you right in the snoot. With a sword.
For that much damage.
So 22. Except if it's super magical.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Mm. And that's her turn. She's not even going to move away.
Wonderful. Now knowing that she's way too slippery, let's just do regular attacks. Boo. Take it, it hits.
Yes, that does.
Wunderbar. Only consistent, that's for sure.
Mm.
I like my 22s, it would seem.
Minus 15, minus 9. What? Yeah. We'll just a normal attack. She won't have advantage on it. Does a 19 hit? Polish?
I need to get used to my microphone. Yes, sorry, it hits.
She's not. She's going to forgo damage, and she's going to disarm you.
Oh, wonderful.
And then, and she's not going after your axe. She's going after your drift globe.
Oof. That is rude.
That is very rude.
Terribly rude, actually.
How rude.
How rude.
I mean,
There's
So
so
it-
many uses
it
of my
probably-
name.
it drops then, but to the ground, still daylight active. I don't suppose
Yeah.
she destroys it. Yeah.
Daylight is still active, and then she is going to just toss it as far as she can.
How far is that? Probably like across white stone, but
Turns out pretty far.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, she rolled an 18.
She did. It was just like, like
She
oh, okay.
fucking flings it over the the gray hunt, and then you just hear this ding and like, what the fuck was that? Someone gets pegged walking home.
And then that is all she can do.
Terribly rude. Terribly rude.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Bullseye Lantern knows how it feels.
Yeah. Oh. The only one that knows how I truly feel. Jesus. You guys. Well, yeah, disadvantage then, because she just took away my only advantage. I 22 again. Sweet loving God.
That is a hit.
No, I don't know. Does it hit?
Yes.
Wonderful.
That's some good
Oh.
Course Fury damage.
That's a very good Coach Fury. Whew,
I
like
think that is indeed the max.
That is indeed the max. Ah, damn.
That does not hit.
I kind of imagined it wouldn't. Just...
Stop, Riven.
We have fun.
Damn it.
She is going to. You get an attack of opportunity on her.
Yay! I like my attacks of opportunity before I get critted to death.
That hits.
Ooh.
Can you do one of Court's thingies?
No, it's a once per turn.
Yeah, he's
thing.
already done it.
Yeah.
He's going to stealth again.
She goes into another realm. Like,
She fucking backed away from you with her arms open and just faded into her shadow.
Yep. Pretty much. That is a terrifying woman.
Yep. She is.
Really need like a street lamp or something out here.
Telesh walks in bloodied and just goes,
Oh, hey, what's this?
we need a lantern.
Actually, she's probably going to move. Let's see. She was here. She can move. That was 30. She'll move to right here. And then she's going to. Because
you have dance in the corner.
You have taken some shots at her that she's done with.
Uh-oh.
So you take 41 damage.
This is why I dislike rogues.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd say
They are awesome, and I love them.
I'd take 20 damage, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
And it is your turn.
Since she shot me, do I have a good idea of where the bloody blazes she is?
Yeah, you know the rough direction.
Rough direction. I love that used.
It's my One Direction cover band.
Yeah. I want to do something that's a little different.
That's probably wise.
Well, it's not different in the sort that, oh yeah, look at me, I'm so bloody blazes awesome. It's more the fact that, how far can I throw this thing?
You're gonna throw your javelin?
I don't have a javelin.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't. Should I?
They're just strength-based weapons.
Oh
Well,
yeah, I know, but
come up.
for reasons
Yeah,
I
if you
don't have a
ever want to
javelin.
like toss weapons at people, that's a good go-to.
Yeah, I mean, knowing that it doesn't really reach that far, I would at least like move somewhere up. I don't even know how far I am from her right now, but take a hand axe and just hurl it through the air
Mm-hmm.
in the direction I think that she's in.
Sure.
Wonderful. Yep. You just hear that tree somewhere. God.
You get 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna throw the next one as well. No!
She's going to...
Well, that was 20 feet of movement, so I'm now going to go the world blazes back here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna go prone.
You're gonna go prone.
Fuck yeah. She can have her advantage if you want to come and jab at me. I'm okay with this.
Far away are you? Can she reach you? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I saw her movement before. She can obviously reach me.
She's going to move a little bit closer. And then she's going to stab you.
Wonderful. That does not hit.
And then she's going to do it again.
That. Oh, she can do it twice. Wonderful.
Yes. And then she's going to move away.
Oh, is she a half elf? Or does she
No,
have-
but she has extra movement speed from something.
Oh no, I'm more talking about the 3 attacks.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, wonderful.
Well, no, she gets 2 attacks, but that is her level 20 ability.
Wonderful.
How much health do you have left?
Oh, I have plenty of health left.
Yeah, she's like 49.
No, not 49. What?
30 now.
30. Plenty.
Yes.
Do I get a turn over to? No, because I have.
Because you're on the ground.
Yep.
You get an attack of opportunity at disadvantage.
I will
There you
take
go.
that. I will take that. Absolutely, I will.
Sure. I mean, you had your hand axes out
Yeah,
and then you
yeah,
went
I
prone,
mean, it's,
so I actually don't think you can...
No, it's with the fist, but I suppose. Oh yeah, that's not the +3, so it's 18.
That.
Does that hit?
No.
Okay,
18.
wonderful.
19 is her ace, as we have discovered.
Yes. Wonderful.
And it's your turn.
This time she does not stealth, so I at least have an bloody places idea of where she is, even though it's dark. Also, apologies to everyone for taking up so much time.
No, it's
Oh,
fine.
it's
You do
fine.
you.
Yeah.
This is you.
And if this allows you to talk with Cord, like there's a lot of bloodshed happening. It's not
Yeah,
really
it's just
Kana's.
yours.
There's a lot of bloodshed happening, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, he might go for that. I don't know.
I don't know.
Hopefully he does. I mean,
I
it
don't
would be really
understand
nice
if
if he
you're
does.
fetish, but
Okay, so
Next time, maybe more specific about who you want to fight.
No.
Anyone want to spar with me?
No. This is
but
wonderful.
Isn't level 20.
No. This is wonderful. This is like a fight. If one of the recruits went out and I killed them in one round, it'd be
You
much of
stole
a
their
fight.
soul.
No.
Just end up like
Actually-
burying the body.
Actually, what's your movement speed?
Oh, my movement speed is 40.
Okay, so you can get up and get over
Yeah,
there.
I should be able to.
Uh, she is going to. Disengage. I mean, she doesn't have triple advantage, but
No, but still, that is
it's
a
like the
third
lowest she
something.
can roll is a 27. So.
Yeah. I don't see her.
No, you don't. What would you like to do?
I would like to dodge.
You take the dodge action?
Absolutely, because I can't see anything.
Okay. And she will.
Jesus, she is really good with those.
Yeah.
She's crit a lot. Why don't I crit? Why don't I get to steal her soul?
Because you have disadvantage on everything. Yes,
And
it's
also,
fucking
you're
triple
not
advantage.
allowed to do it
Why not?
because of the implications.
Okay.
The implication that things would go very wrong for her if her soul was stolen by a giant axe.
Very true.
Oh, we're into con saving throw territory.
Was that enough?
Did she dealt like a trillion billion damage? Yes, I think that's enough to bring me to 1 HP.
Is it?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. 30 damage? Like, that is more than 60. More than, actually, 59.
Kappa's not even in the backyard anymore. She's went into the Grey Hunt and had a drink.
Though, actually, the quick question is, does she has triple advantage on it when I'm dodging?
Whenever she would have advantage, she has triple advantage. And she has advantage because she's attacking from stealth, and you
And
can't
I
see
have-
her.
Yeah, I can't see it. Okay.
Does she get disadvantage if you're dodging? Or is it just a plus
Yes.
to your AC?
No, it's a disadvantage. As I am supposed.
So yeah, it would just be a normal roll.
Yeah, but the first roll
The first was the
20.
20 anyway.
Oh
Yeah,
the
so
first
it
one.
doesn't matter.
That's very true. That's very true. 1 HP.
Okay. And she stealthed again. So yeah, it's your turn. I mean, you can roll a perception check.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go beat a 30. No.
Uh-huh.
Maybe Telesh, maybe it's time to lay down. Maybe it's time to bleed out.
No.
Do it.
Right.
Just do it. What are you doing? Dodging? Weaving? Bobbing?
I'm gonna see what her next move is. Just dodging for now,
Okay.
and maybe the fight will not go on much further. But who knows?
Maya, what is on your icon?
What isn't on my icon? Glad you know.
Yeah, that hurts. Still. Okay, let's see if I can actually stay. I would really like to stay upright still. I can stay upright still.
Yeah.
Just enough. I suppose she's going to hide again.
She is she's found the tactic and it's working for her. You did get her pretty low.
Yeah, I know. I kind of figured that's why she's like, nope, I'm out of here and I'm gonna shoot you from a distance.
Yeah. Can you locate her with a 29 stealth?
No, I have a 6
Okay.
perception.
Okay. Reliable talent is a real bitch.
Oh yeah,
Is
reliable.
that as low as she can? Oh my goodness.
Yes, it is as low as she can.
Well,
It's pretty silly. It's rogues at high level. They're fun. I love them. Well, given the fact that arrows seem to come out of the darkness again and again, and I think he has 3 arrows stuck in him now at various places.
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel this is a very good time because I'm just gonna hold. She can bloody well damn see me. So I will hold up the free hand as the bloodlust slowly ebbs out.
You're going to let go of your rage.
Oh yeah, but I'm not dying. I am at 1 HP.
You are at 1 HP.
Yes, I am at exactly 1 HP right now due to the normal barbarian Shittle Medieval.
Okay.
And
So you're just standing there in the darkness.
standing there, letting the rage end, and just. I believe the terrain advantage is not in my favor any longer, and I don't know how many more arrows I can take.
Well,
So-
you take one more.
Is she that much of a bitch?
I mean,
Okay, then she kills me. Or knocks me unconscious, basically, because if the rage,
Yeah.
I let the rage end.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill her in his sleep.
Get me a death saving throw.
Hey, listen, I can reincarnate you, right? You might end up being a human. I feel like that might actually be good for you and Sigrid.
No.
Um,
I'm just
She
saying.
will learn to handle a dragonborn. Or not at
Oh
all.
no! Choice of words! Choice of words!
hang on. Can I get a wisdom saving throw to life?
Oh no.
Ooh.
I'm gonna roll shit now.
No, you got that.
God, I hope so.
Well,
Ooh, that
It's
is
above
pretty good, actually.
average. It's
You
above
can
average.
choose to fail also.
Yes, you can choose to fail.
I want to fail if so. If
Okay,
that,
then.
Kalash,
Yes.
you are standing on a field. There is blood in your eye. You're breathing hard. There is an axe in your hand, and you are chiseled and mighty and unscaly. You are a man, a human. In fact, you're a cord. And the scene that you see in front of you is one that's vaguely familiar, as you have seen it in visions and heard it retold many, many a time. There is a man standing next to Cord. In fact, he's standing opposite. He looks very much like you, slightly slimmer. His hair is darker. And he has a sword raised. And you open your mouth, but it's not your voice that comes out. Brother, please. And the other man looks at you. Sacrifices has to be made. And as you lounge for him, he sort of slips out of your grasp. And you see him grab another person standing just a few steps away and plunge the sword deep into her. And you recognize it's Io. And your brother held the sword that slayed her. And you awaken to like that gurgling of someone like pouring a healing potion down your neck, and you see Kanna on top of you, and
I hold a finger up next to my face.
you can take 13 points.
That last arrow was a dick move. But good shot.
You looked like you needed a rest. And she sort of pats your forehead and then like swings her bow back on her back and just saunters away.
As she walks away, I just put a thumb in the air. In any case, thank you. Next drink's on me.
She like turns slightly over her shoulders and she's like, it's an open bar, Talesh. I don't need you to buy me a
I'll buy you a drink elsewhere at some point. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna lay there for a while.
Your heart is still thudding from like the exertion of both the fight that you were just in and the proverbial fight that you were just in.
Yeah.
And Riven, Brooke, and Maya are just like, okay, yeah, that was cool. Okay.
Let's go get some food.
we should go get some food before he can see us. Okay.
So, didn't get the answer I was looking for, but got a very interesting answer anyway.
Yes, you did.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Oh, this is gonna be so fun talking to Brooke about.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
He will let you see that so you could understand.
And this is a good place to take a short
The
break.
break.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay.
10 minutes.
Yeah. moving swiftly along. Telesh had a near-death experience, and
Yes.
everyone else are chilling like villains.
Yep.
Anyone else doing anything before they take their long rest?
Yeah,
Try to
it's-
lay face down and say a little like, "Hey, thanks for the hot tip."
I was gonna meditate with Monsoon again.
Okay.
I'm gonna go inside the Greyhound with my amazing looking body right now and have some dinner.
I mean, you
Just
look like
fucking
yourself
covered
again.
in
It was
blood.
only while you were in that stage of not quite dead that you, in the vision, you looked like Cord.
Oh yeah, I mean that was very
You're
sarcastic.
bloody.
Meaning I am
Yeah.
bloodied everywhere with arrows still sticking out of my body.
Yeah,
Do you
I
ever
mean,
You do that
think-
thing where you just break off the ends, but the
The
needles
arrowhead's
are
still in.
Yeah.
Do you ever think like Willis just kind of like he walks out from the hallway leading to his room and he just looks out and he just goes, "Why the fuck did I agree to let them join?" And then just walks back
yeah,
into
walk
his
back
room.
in.
I'll drink to forget.
Yes. Let's see. Flesh is feeling weak, but everyone can drink, be merry, and have the benefits of a long rest. Even you,
Wonderful.
Flesh. Lord knows you need it.
Oh, I need it very much so.
And as a new day dawns, what are you up to? You have
Celeste, how did your
research
night
to
go?
do, people to see.
Yeah, we need to talk to Kana about finding this oasis. See if she has any tips.
I'll go with Brooke again into the library to see if we can find any information about, I guess, like, magically special oases in Marquette? Or oases that
Oases?
belong, oasi, like Saren Ray and Oasis. Basically, we're typing in Google, we go Oasis, Saren Ray, Marquette, and see what comes up in the library.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this on myself though, real quick.
Oh.
I have the fox's cunning, just in case.
Roll me an investigation.
Okay. Ooh, double 18s.
So
My brain-
was useless.
My advantage was useless, but just in case.
There are. There is very little known about Sarah.
Okay.
She's one of the gods whose worship, in a time with much fighting between dwarves and humans and elves, her message of love thy neighbor and peace and love and be friends and kumbaya kind of
Fell to deaf ears.
yeah, she's not a dead deity. She didn't die, but
She didn't.
her faithful were very rare and very far between.
Yes, she's not dead, but she didn't flourish either.
You do know, like one thing that you hear mention of
Mm-hmm.
is the Everlight Oasis. It's sort of like a mythical place. You don't really find a map to it or just
Stories. So just stories about it. Okay.
So that's what you get on the Serenray Oasis search,
Okay.
called
That's
the Everlight Oasis.
The Everlight Oasis. Okay.
And Jamorn, you were going to talk
With Kana, yeah.
feel free. She is at the Grey Hunt.
Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, I was just hoping to find some information about the geography of Marquette. We're looking for an oasis, but apparently one with some historical significance, divine in nature. There would be a waterfall as well.
There are a few waterfalls that I remember. Do you know anything more about it?
It's sort of hard to separate what's fact and what's metaphor. There's a river. I mean, of course there would be if there's a waterfall, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not the one that had the vision, so I can't describe it to you in great detail, but apparently a giant had died behind it. There's a cavern behind the water.
I mean, there used to be plenty of giants and plenty of stories of felling giants too. Anything more concrete, like mountains, landmarks?
Well, there was a giant skeletal hand and a sword. I think that's right, right? I think that's right.
Can we just say I probably would have come with to this part?
Yeah, that would have made sense. I mean, you are the one that saw it.
Yeah. So I'll explain what I remember. And Maya may remember more than me, but I mean, there was the whole thing with the 4 water mills, which honestly at this point I think that's probably more metaphorical, but
There is a city, a trade city, located in Illinois. It's called Arbetmia.
does that have any special meaning?
It means 4 waters.
That may well be a place to check out.
It lies to the far east. There is the Dragon Mountains, and from it comes a river. Arbethmia lies at the foot of the mountain. And she'll sort of like roughly draw it out on a map. Like,
Right.
and it's more like here's Uncarel, here's Abrathmia, here's Shamal Bay. Like the basic landmarks. It is a large continent, and what she's indicating is basically like the distance from Oof,
Bless you.
thank you. It's roughly the same distance as it is from Whitestone to Iman, from Ankarel to this place.
Okay.
It would take you probably 6 weeks on a ship. You would have to go around. Maybe 4 weeks on an airship.
Hmm. I don't suppose there's anyone who could take us there a little more quickly.
The quickest would probably be to catch a ride from Isolra. Isolra is much closer to Marquette than you are.
True.
It would be almost due south from Isolra.
That's doable.
And that should cut down your travel time by a couple of weeks, either way.
Hmm.
Do we have a way there?
Isilra?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you did woodwalk there like yesterday.
True.
Oh, yeah, right.
Vasselheim, right, is on Isilra.
Vasselheim is in
I
Isolra.
forgot. Yeah, the continent
Mhm.
names always screw me up.
But where is it in Isilra? Is it like far north? In which case, it could actually.
Well, she said it would be south of Isilra.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Pretty much due south. Because it's all like far to the west. So far to the west, it's east. So if you're traveling from here, it would take you 6 weeks by ship, a month by airship. If you're traveling from Isolra, it would cut down the journey like a little less than 3 weeks by airship, a little less than like a little more than 4 by ocean voyage.
Right.
I mean, if we can get an airship up and running, that would be our best bet.
I agree.
All right. Well, let's let the others know.
Yeah. Thank you for your help.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the others are in the library using my crystal, so.
Talash, what are you doing?
Probably just having an easy time in the morning. And finding the crew after, just, getting breakfast and all that. Nothing important in the morning.
Well, if you got breakfast in the Grey Hunt, you probably would have seen it coming to talk to Kana.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would probably tag along with you after you were done talking to Kana.
All right.
Yeah, I would give Maya my stone if she wants to go check on them. Otherwise, I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna try to work a little bit more on some of the tinkering stuff. I mean, I had that week off too, and I would have done some then as well, but trying to get the misfires a little less significant. Because the more attacks I roll, the more often I just break my stuff, which feels backward.
It does feel backward.
Okay. Celeste, would you like to accompany me to the library to check on our little bookworms?
I would appreciate going to the library. I may have some things to check up on myself.
Okay. Well, then let's.
Joe, give me a tinkering tool. Okay.
One more. Just because that's a really low roll. And I'll lock it. Okay.
Okay.
Not great,
Yeah,
but I'll keep.
You're making some progress. And Maya and Talash, you're heading to the library. What are you researching? Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back! I would, after last evening's revelations, try to find as much possible information about ancient history about Bane. Just since
I
no problem.
will inspire Talash.
Oh.
Take a look. It's in a book.
Teleshi, since we're already in the library, are you going to let us know that that's what you're doing? Is that you're going to research things?
Yes, I would tell you that I'm just
Okay,
going to
cool.
research
I'm
it.
gonna cast, if my sheep will I'm casting enhance ability on him and giving him advantage on intelligence. Where is it? There it is. There you go. Have the fox's cutting, you barbarian, you.
Whoa.
Yeah, give me an investigation with advantage.
With advantage. Wow.
And inspiration.
And inspiration,
D12.
roll that d12, roll that
That would
d12.
that would have been a natural one. Just saying.
You're welcome.
Thank you. 25.
25,
Oh my
damn.
Wow.
Your brain is going to explode.
Yeah. It's like, is this not how it usually works? What?
These words, they mean.
They
Oh, I
mean-
see. You read from left to right. Oh,
Oh.
after all this time. Finally makes sense.
Mm. What specifically is it that you're looking for? Is it just general information or?
More so, like, history on, like, the general. I probably know a bit of, like, a lot of the recent general stuff about Bane due to his connection with Cord, but more like the ancient stuff where has any, like, changes to Bane and his connection to Cord and that relationship after figuring out, well, Bane kind of killed Io, so what's been going on with him for a long time?
Well, Bane has. He's one of the gods who was human. But whereas many of those who were formal beings of mortal can, Bane has truly transformed him. In the sense that he is no longer. He doesn't even bear resemblance to the person he was. He has remade himself fully through the use of dark magic. And now, if you were to see Bane, he would not look as he did in your vision. He would look like a shadowy creature in dark armor. He is very intelligent. Very manipulative. Has amassed a lot of power by killing other gods. Including his own brother.
Did they have a third brother?
Yeah,
Huh.
that Bane killed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's why you don't hear about him.
yeah.
He died a while ago.
He has his he's probably the most powerful of the evil gods, with the exception of Asmodeus. He has a solid power base, and people do worship Bane. Even quite publicly, even though he is like considered an evil god, he is the god of like conquest, and as such is often sacrificed to before war. Bane's the kind of god that if you don't worship him, he'll make sure you lose. Just like you. So even like good people will give due to Bane before combat. He does have enemies. Among them, in particular Ioun. Generally, he's hostile to all the good aligned gods, but Ioun is like, there's a particular malevolence there. He killed his own son. To claim his followers. And he is known to have worshippers among the more tribal cultures of the Rife and Mist Peninsula in the far south of Tal'Dorei, where kobolds, goblinoids, and hobgoblins live.
Is there, like, the curious question is there anything that would seem to have? Is there a significant change after the whole skedoodle? Is there anything that describes what happened, like, time-wise, right after the whole deal with Io and the war there? Like,
He
did
died.
some things. He died.
Yeah, he died. The Bane died, and then he had used some kind of dark magic to bind himself. And he was reborn even more powerful than before. It's said that he used the body of his own son to finish the ritual of his rebirth, killing his own son so that he can live forever.
Does it specify what killed Bane?
He... Ayo.
Right then. Can I think of more?
What about you, Maya? Are you researching anything in particular?
like to see if I can find any mention of our Arbetmia.
Roll me an investigation. You do find multiple mentions of it. It is at the foothill of the mountains. Quite well known as like a trading site. It has a large market that takes place during the summer solstice every year. It's known as quite a wealthy city, even though it's not very big.
Sure.
And there is something I think you find interesting.
Sure.
There is a mention that the waters have healing power.
Okay.
Anyone else doing anything, bro?
Brooke would probably just be hanging out with her good old friends from Room C before she has to leave.
Sure. Give me persuasion check.
Oh no. Oh, Brooke.
And give me a constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
And the wisdom save.
Oh no. Oh.
Well,
I'm smart. I'm learning
The
from it.
cleric is wise. Who would have thought?
Yeah. You got
Uh,
street smarts, kid.
They managed to sucker you into an evening of merriment and drinking. You're not fully prepared to how strong the boom water that they've been brewing in the stables is. Turns out that shit's like 97% proof.
Oh my god.
And it feels like your guts are on fire. Aside from like violently throwing up in public, you manage to avoid most of the suckering.
Embarrassment.
Yes. Although you do know that 2 people from Room C got married, but no one's really sure who.
Oh.
Because no one fucking remembers. There was
Okay.
definitely a wedding, but no one's sure who married who.
No
Oh
one will
no.
own up to it.
It could have
will
been
they?
me.
I mean, problem solved, really.
You do have a hell of a night
Woohoo!
and day, and a god awful morning.
It's
You
a
have-
good thing that I'm a
You
cleric.
have enjoyed the drunken debauchery, and now you must suffer the consequences. Yeah, there are many restoration spells cast the next.
We're
It's
all
like,
just kind of
I'm
like,
still not feeling better. Do it again. But yeah, you've acquired quite a bit of a wealth of information. How would you like to proceed? According to Kana, the best way to get where you want to go is by airship. That will take about a month if you're departing from White.
But if we depart from Vasselheim,
Then
They have-
it will. Yeah, but like, you have ways of procuring an airship here that you don't have in Isilra.
exactly.
Like, if you go to Isilra, you're definitely paying.
Mm-hmm.
And you might have to wait a day, a week, a month for an airship that's going where you want to.
Yeah.
Month on airship, then, kids.
Month it is.
Hey, free month on an airship.
woohoo!
Oof.
God damn it.
So is everyone departing on an airship? And how
Yeah.
many people are you bringing? Because I'm just saying, if you send Maya and she gets there, she could potentially like teleport you all over there
True.
after she's
True.
familiar with it. And in that
then
case,
do-
you could potentially send her from Isilra, freeing, I don't know, Jamorn up to be with his vampire children.
Yeah,
I mean, only one of them is a vampire, but
that would be better.
So then Jam can stay and the rest of us go?
who are you bringing with? Like, are you
Logically,
bringing Ioun's body? Because,
no.
like, you
We
might
should
need
not
it,
yet,
but at
yeah.
the same
No.
time, if you can teleport it, then do you really need to
Yeah.
bring it? Yeah.
Right.
Do we just do scout party then? Like,
I
small
guess,
number
yeah.
of scouts?
People who will benefit from being there. So, like,
'Cause
touch
I-
plants or
I was just gonna say,
learn
I need
circles.
plants to touch so that I can get there freely.
True. Yeah.
So, what, me and Maya go?
Probably the safest bet.
I mean, do you want to bring Brooke and go on a girl trip? Leave the boys
I
behind?
mean-
I would like
Yes!
to go.
Good.
Yes, do you understand how much more we won't argue with people if there's no boys here?
But all my bros, what? I'm gonna
Listen,
be all alone.
Listen,
I'm just gonna point out Brooke's 2 persuasion check and leave it at that.
that is true.
I mean, could
But
be
I'm
good to have a
also
healer
very
along.
Nice.
And
Yeah, she is very nice,
Brooke
and also
loves to
she.
travel.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing the world.
Yeah,
Yes. And
I mean-
airships.
Although,
Tolesh
Yeah,
has
okay.
actually been in Marquette before.
that is true. Telesh is a.
also true.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
travel.
Everyone but Jam.
so everyone but Jam, I guess. Jam can
I mean,
be with his family.
Sam's on parental leave, I feel. I feel like everyone's respectful of the fact that he
True.
just
Yeah.
became
Yeah.
father to twins.
And
And
the
a
fact that
vampire.
he has a vampire
And I'm
child.
juggling the vampire
Okay,
thing.
the white
Yeah.
one, please.
I drink the
Okay,
blood of
okay.
newborn.
So-
Can our 4-man squad be called Freaks and Geeks then, please?
Yeah. I will
Please.
I will
Alright.
name the 4-man squad Freaks and Geeks.
Yes,
Wait, which one?
I-
is Maya?
you're a
Where's
geek.
she go?
Yeah, Maya and Brooke, we're the geek squad.
Okay.
I'm gonna move you like this so that
Yeah.
Jamorn is on one side and the
To break it down, like Jam and Maya are OG Danger Squad. The whole party is the party, and then us four are freaks and geeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then we
Daniel's
got
a married man. He's gotten voted out of the house.
yes.
So, who is going to negotiate for the air?
Maya.
Maya.
I think.
Maya.
The
Who
one
do
with-
you negotiate about the airship?
I think. I mean, first port of call that I could think of would be Jenna.
Okay.
I'll give you that just in case, just an extra boost.
Yeah, I might need it. It's not actually
So-
the roles I'm worried about, it's my own brain.
So you head to Jenna, like being like, "Hey girl, hey. So I was just in the neighborhood, wondering if I could borrow, like, a
One
1 million
measly
gold airship for 2 months." And Jenna says, "No."
Oh, well. Okay, but think of it this way. They're about to have their seasonal market in a month, right about the time we'll be arriving. This could be a trade opportunity.
What are you? Where are you even going that you need an airship?
Marquette.
Marquette?
Ugh, why do you need to go to Marquette?
To figure out which
If you fucking
god
say
is evil.
save the world, I will kill myself.
Restore
Alright.
Ioun to full power. It's our
True.
only hope.
Oh, I will kill myself.
If we can get her memories back.
Roll me a persuasion.
Okay.
Roll.
We have
Roll
lucky
hard.
and we have DM inspiration and we
Do
have
it.
guidance.
Do it. Got it. Fucking add that guidance right on that, BB.
Come on, above 30. Yeah.
Yeah, 31.
I hate you and everything that you stand for.
That's why you have one person with extremely high persuasion.
Yep.
Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Now is the blooming. And midsummer is 26. She will make inquiries for you.
Thank you so much. I mean, I know you'll do what you can, and we appreciate it no matter the outcome.
Roll me a d4.
Okay.
So there's the 26. So you are allowed passage on an airship that's actually going to Ankorel, but
Okay.
they have been rerouted to make a stop for you, which will tack on like 2 weeks to their journey, but they have acquiesced. And you leave on the 28th.
Okay. Gives us 2 days then to say our goodbyes and get ready.
Yes.
And during those 2 days, Dalesh would at least like to gather the group to tell a little bit about what is all.
Right.
Okay, you might want to do that quick, because I was going to take a day trip home before we left.
All right, then. Yeah. When we have figured out when we're leaving and everything, just gather the group
Yep.
to have a talk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're leaving in a few days now, but I figured out mayhaps a significant piece of information
Oh?
about who killed Io, or attempted to.
What? How?
Long story short, by getting really beat up.
Yeah, it's like your god's into that or whatever.
Yeah, it's a bit of a masochist, that one.
I wasn't going to mention the arrows in your chest, but
I just thought they were decoration to go underneath your scales. I wasn't sure how Dragonborns,
In any case, I saw a vision from the eyes of Cord that it was his brother, Bane, who drove a sword through Io, saying that sacrifices has to be made.
oh dear.
Whatever it all means, I don't know, but it's good information to have.
There's a little blue person.
Good
What?
information. Yeah.
Hmm. I
That's-
mean, that fits. He's ambitious enough, and
I also mentioned it sounded a lot like his armor type when you were describing what you.
yeah. But we also know that Pelor likely wasn't in his full senses when he stabbed Ioun, so what if this is another trick?
Oh, wait. In your dreamwalk experience, didn't you see Bane with a different woman that wasn't Io and wasn't Ioun? There is another woman.
It's also hazy now.
That was quite some time ago.
Should we tell Io?
It might confirm some of her suspicion.
We could always do it. I don't see the downside to it, at least.
Do you think Cord showing you that is him seeking forgiveness for not doing something when he could have?
At this point, I really don't know. Maybe it is maybe he thought about
Who's
everything.
doing these intros?
Maybe he's thought about everything that's happened. Maybe he thought it was a mistake now.
Maybe he wants to help.
Here's to hoping the less gods we have working against us, the better.
I guess. Well, that's some heavy shit to lash. Jesus.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it was what I was shown, and I really didn't think it was a good idea to withhold it.
No, that's
No.
No,
fair.
thank you. Thank you for sharing. I think you did the right thing. Well, I hope everything works out, that Cord is able to be forgiven. But time will tell. Actions will tell.
Actions always speak louder than words.
Somehow I still don't think we'll have the whole picture until we get Ioun's memories back.
And our only chance of that is going to Marquette. Finding that oasis.
And as the 2 days pass, you say your goodbyes. Riven has a quick visit with her moms.
Yes. And also I'm checking to see if Pirate Boy got my letter.
He did get your letter.
Wonderful.
Yes. There is a reply.
Wonderful.
He's joined a new crew.
Oh, okay.
With a new captain.
Okay.
Called Hezra.
Mm-hmm.
And they're on the third wind. And if you ever need a fast ship, look him up. Or just a fast ride of any kind, really.
I feel like if this was a text message, there'd be eyebrow emojis at the end of that sentence.
Yeah, and then, like, peach emojis.
Peach emoji, eggplant.
Emoji.
Yeah.
Eyes emoji.
Yeah.
Yep.
Loads of emojis.
Yep.
But yes.
Okay, wonderful.
And as you head out, you're going to have a month of downtime.
Yes.
So you can do downtime activities to the point of like learning a skill, or you can do more substantial downtime.
Brooke in particular would like to get some advice from Maya on how to talk to people.
Fair. Yeah,
So
we can
you're
make some
going
time
to
for that.
use Maya as a teacher to learn your persuasion.
Yes, please.
Okay. And anyone else doing, like, what's Tolesh doing on the ship? The years.
Ha! Talking for the weak. Working toward perhaps expertise in athletics?
Ooh,
Just
can
spending
I
his 1 month time training.
Yeah.
can I help out with
Like
that
Goku,
as
yeah.
well?
Yes, Jock.
Is I would like to get a little better at like hand to hand. I want to be faster, more agile.
Muscle Wizard casts Fist. You need to dodge this.
Yeah, and then I gotta learn how to dodge.
Okay.
You can dodge Talish's fist. You can dodge a ball.
I will keep that in mind. I'm going to assume that Jamorn is going to work on his gun situation as well as the Georgie situation and trying to be a good father for his children.
Yeah.
And a supportive husband to your wife.
Yes.
Yeah. There is a month that is going to pass. If you can think of anything specific that your characters would have done, feel free to write it to me. We're not playing next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do not level.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
What?
That's fair.
Saves me time from asking. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Does my brain level up at least from that 25 investigation? Please.
I was just gonna say that's a lot for him.
That's a lot.
It's a really good roll.
Yeah.
It is a really good roll.
It's like 2 months of brain exercise just crammed into one session. Like,
Can Telesh at least learn how to write his name?
I mean, he already knows how to write his name. And I mean, now that his friend and your ex, I guess, is palling around on the seven seas, nothing bad is ever going to happen.
oh, of
Wait,
course-
what?
No, nothing's bad. Oh, I get to talk.